Ryan Welch joins us now with a wrap-up of sports. Okay, we've got one team left still dancing here.
One Tobacco Road team left, one ACC team left. That's right. It's the Duke Blue Devils. Of course, Indianapolis has been kind to Duke in the past. Blue Devils sure hope history repeats itself. They won back in 2010. Now as they go back to the Final Four. First up, Saturday's semifinal, a shot at a team they played during the regular season. And one of the big surprises of this year's tournament, 7th-seeded Michigan State. The Blue Devils knocked off the Spartans 81-71 during a November meeting in, where else? Indianapolis. But that was a long time ago, and a lot has changed more than 4 months later.
I think it could have a negative impact if our guys remember them for who they were then. But we also should show them who they were at that time, which we're a lot better than we were then. And so we'll show a little bit, but we won't show like we're going to watch these 10 minutes of that game. You got to stay current.
We beat them earlier, so I know they're looking for some, revenge. And at this point of the year, I mean, nobody wants their season to end,
I've been a 1 seed and lost, been a 1 seed and won, been a 5-6 seed and got to a Final Four. Watched a friend of mine last year, and Kevin Ollie, not only beat us, but a bunch of other teams to win it from a 7. So I just think we're in a day and age when that doesn't matter as much.
Carolina Panthers head coach Ron Rivera took to the podium Tuesday in Charlotte, but it was not to discuss X's and O's or the upcoming NFL draft. Instead, Rivera addressed the United Service Organizations, or USO. Following the event, Rivera discussed the locker room environment at Bank of America Stadium in light of the team's recent signing of former Dolphins lineman Jonathan Martin, who was the victim of a bullying incident a couple of years back in Miami.
One of the things that we try to do, and I've tried to do, is be more available to players, be more visible in the locker room. Because, as I've said before, the biggest thing I've learned in my 4 years is that the locker room is not theirs, it's not mine, it's ours. Because we all have a vested interest in what happens down there.
All right, let's hit the ice. Hurricanes in Washington taking on the Capitals. Caps up 1-0 in the first. Alex Ovechkin beats Cam Ward on the glove side. That is his 50th goal of the year, 2-0 after one. Second period, former Cap Alex Semin with the hard work. Goes over to Nathan Gerbe. He finds the back of the net. Hurricanes would eventually tie it up at 2. Later in the second, Brooks Laich going to take the speed and beat Ward. Puts the Caps up 3-2. The Canes would fall 4-2. They'll be in Florida on Thursday. In college baseball, Carolina at Elon. Top 4, Joe Dudek going to the wall in right center field, and it finds its way over for a solo shot. Carolina up 5-1 after 4. Bottom 5, Austin Leaney with a solo shot of his own to left, but the Tar Heels come away with a victory by a final score of 10-5. But of course, the big story, Duke.
Yes.
In Indianapolis for the Final Four, they'll take on Michigan State in its undefeated Kentucky, against Wisconsin in the other semifinal.
Before you go, you thinking Duke will win it?
I think Duke will take care of Michigan State. Michigan State's obviously a good team, physical team, but I think Blue Devils have enough talent.
All right, thank you, Ryan. More news after the break, and your live lottos next.